sympathize or empathize with that at all and go, man, whenever I try, it seems like I get pressed on harder, or things don't work out. Well, this is what they're planning to do. Oh, they want to try? We'll give it to them. And it seems like that's something that we can expect in life. Not very encouraging, is it? For being family friendly. Not very encouraging. So let's keep, you can put that back up. And they conspired, all of them, together to come and fight against Jerusalem and to cause confusion therein. All right? To cause confusion. Think about this in your family. Think about this in your church or in your business or whatever you're trying to do. The confusion that can start rather quickly. Confusion is also associated with chaos. People miscommunicating, people not knowing what's going on, people getting angry about this and about that. That was the plan. To really get confused them. But we made our prayer unto God, and we set a watch against them day and night because of them. Okay? Made our prayer to God and set a watch there. And Judah said, the strength of the bearers of the burdens is decayed, and there is much rubbish, so that we are not able to build the wall. Keep going. And our adversary said, they shall not know, neither see, till we come into the midst of them, and slay them, and cause the work to cease. So they're trying to build, and the other ones are like, we're going to sneak up on them. We're going to get them. And it came to pass that when the Jews that dwelt by them came, they said unto us 10 times from all places, you must return unto us. Therefore I said I in the lowest parts of the space behind the wall, in the open places I set there the people after their families with their swords, their spears, their bows. All right, so let me stop here for a second. Beyond brokenness. Here was a nation that was broken and was being repaired. Practical application. We have our lives that have been broken, or will be broken at different times, but and need repairing. And one of the things that they did was that they prayed. And what he specifically did is he set up people to pray. Okay? He set up people to pray. Now our prayer ministry in this church is about nil. Okay? It's really, now you may pray on your own, which is good, which you should do. But just praying for this church in general, and praying for upkeep, and praying for the people here is... used to have a group of people that would get together and pray and stuff. And this is essential. This is essential to go in anyone's life beyond brokenness, is prayer. To pray to our God. They trusted in someone else that could actually fix things for them. Okay? So they weren't just trying to do this on their own because they realized that they couldn't. Prayer is a serious key into doing this. Okay? And into building up your own life. So let's keep reading. And I looked and rose up and said unto the nobles and to the rulers and to the rest of the people, be not afraid of them. Remember the Lord who is great and terrible, and fight for your brothers, your sons and your daughters and your wives and your houses. And it came to pass when our enemies heard that it was known to us, and God had brought their counsel to naught, that we returned all this to the wall, and everyone went back to his work. And it came to pass from that time forth that half of my servants wrought the work, and half of them held the spears and shields and the bows and the coats of mail, and the rulers were behind all the house of Judah. Let's just keep going. Then they all builded the wall, and they that bare burdens laid with themselves, everyone with his hands wrought in the work, and with the other held a weapon. And the builders, everyone had his sword girded by his side, and so builded, and that sounded, the trumpet was by me. And I said unto the nobles, and to the rulers, and to the rest of the people, the work is great and large, and we are separated upon the wall, one far from another. In what place soever ye hear the sound of the trumpet, resort ye thither unto us. Our God will fight for us. And I think that's it. So, again, what they do, to get beyond brokenness, and to repair breaches, and to have things built up, they prayed for each other. And they had people praying for families, really. They were praying, and they were protecting families. And to me, that's key. Key in our families. And that we're a church that's constantly praying for each other, praying for our families, realizing that these attacks are going on all the time. If you stop and thought, and I brought this up. Imagine if, I brought this up this morning, imagine if you just moved to a new house. You get to your new house, It's a new location. You step out the door one night and you feel something in the back of your head. You take your hand and you move around and there's a gun at the back of your head. So there's a scuffle, the two people run away, and you're there. How would you live for the next little bit with your family, knowing you just moved there and you just were about to get robbed? You'd probably be vigilant, right? More than likely you would be vigilant. Well, this actually happened to a pastor guy, and he was, for the next 2 years, it changed his life. Locked the doors, locked the windows, and he was worried about the place that they lived. He was really vigilant. Some people say, hey man, you got to lock your car. And I'm like, why is that? They're like, you live in Caldwell.
Amen.
I live in Caldwell. They're like, man, Caldwell, you're going to get robbed in Caldwell. People are going to break into your house and stuff. You can't get rid of your dog. And I'm like, what, dude? I know. I'm like, what are you talking about? I said, man, that'd be a fine. So apparently Caldwell used to be a bad place or something.
Oh, it's still
I don't know. Anyway, I haven't seen anything. I haven't seen anybody, so it's been good. But anyway, this idea of vigilance. This idea of vigilance. And really, how many of us go around walking from day to day really forgetting that an attack is coming our way? That someone out there is surmising against us to say, oh, I'm going to bring that girl in your face and she's going to say something rude to you right now. And then we get all mad. She's such a this and that, and they make me angry. Or how many times in our relationships with our spouses, you do this, and you do that, and you do this, and you're like that.
Never seen what we do.
When real clearly it's like, our battle is not against people. It's not against people, but principalities and forces. It's against the mafia. And the mafia is one to mess us up. But we can go beyond being broken, and I see that throughout many people throughout the scriptures who are broken, that God brought healing to their lives, brought them connected back into families, restored their fortunes, the things that they had lost. That's what God's about, moving us beyond being broken. Right now, let's see, where's Ryan at? Ryan, you in here? Yeah. You know, I think of Ryan's brother right now. There's stuff going on with him that he's asked us to pray for. And I want to take time right now to pray not only for Ryan's brother, but pray for people that you know that have been broke. Okay? And it might be someone sitting across from you. But we're just going to take some time together. Just pray with the person next to you. And I have a little video clip to show you and why I believe God heals the brokenhearted, and why He can do that. Okay, so but before we do that, person next to you, pray for someone who's broken. We know someone right now, and that's what we have to do. That's what we should want to do. When it says in Ephesians, it says when you kind of put on the armor of God, you should stand and then be praying like crazy for people. Because, believe me, my family gets attacked. Life's not easy for anybody, really, when you're trying. So that's why we need to pray for each other. So, if you'd like to, person next to you, pray. Just pray for somebody that you know is broke, okay?